Welcome once more to Ugohlifestyle, and I'm a porter. I'm your regular host, Dr. Ugohlifestyle. We've discussed about toxins, discussed about things that can harm you, but today we'll start to give you tips on how to overcome this. I remember somebody asked a question and said, how can they in the crowded places be able to avoid this, since they're not living in an environment that is like Koyi or less populated areas. Now, if you're following, you should now begin to pay attention to these tips. Why do we actually take vegetables and fruit? It's because naturally they are packed with substances we group as antioxidants. What are antioxidants? Antioxidants are a group of naturally occurring substances you find in fruits, vegetables, grains, and most of the plant derivatives. Some people see in literature they call them the phenols, and all the derivatives of those substances. The green, white, pink, vegetables, and fruits. Now, these antioxidants checkmate the radicals. I told you earlier on that these free radicals produced during metabolism to generate energy, they are the ones that destroy the cells. But God in His infinite mercy has already packed in the fruits and vegetables and plant derivatives things that will, when we take them in, they will do what? They will checkmate, they mop up, use the word mop up, these free radicals and prevent the cells from being damaged. So what do we do in removing these toxins? We try to reduce the processes that will interfere with these antioxidants, thereby reducing the effect of the toxins and encourage those things that we take in that promote it. So reduce the process of encountering the toxins and promote whatever will remove the toxins quickly. We have two processes we have to adhere to. Please listen very carefully. You must eliminate the negatives and improve the positives. You take away the negatives and improve the positives. So let us look at how do you eliminate the negatives. You must spend some time chewing your food very well. I know some people that they can't even chew the rice. As they put it in, they're swallowing it. That is not good. You must allow digestion to start taking place immediately in your mouth. You chew and the saliva will mix with it, and it contains some enzymes for digestion. Now, although it has not been proven scientifically, but it is suggested that you should not drink cold water or cold food simultaneously as you just finish eating. What happens is that the content of the acid may be diluted, and this may allow harmful bacteria. Remember that stomach acid is so high, the pH is 1. That means that a lot of bacteria will not survive that environment unless there are some acidophilus and acidic bacteria that will survive that environment. And cold food also delay digestion of beverages. They slow the digestion. Why? Because the enzymes are formulated to operate at a certain temperature. Remember, the temperature of the human being is 37. And that's the optimal temperature for the enzymes to function. But if temperature goes beyond that, it might delay the activity of this enzyme. We're talking about eliminating the negatives. So drink water 30 minutes after food or before food. And the best beverage is filtered water. I still talk about filtered water. Filtered water. But filtered water has removed a lot of toxins when you filter the water. The number one is chlorine, used in killing germs. tap water supply through the public water system. So you remember, I've told you before that chlorinated water is not good for you. Now, secondly, how do you eliminate the negatives again? Avoid delays in passage of feces. Poo-poo, poo-poo, poo-poo. Make sure you poo-poo every day. Ideally, your poo-poo should be not more than 18 hours from the time you took the food to the time it goes out of your system. So for those who go to the toilet once in 2 days, once in 3 days, once in 4 days, you need an urgent measure. You need to be advised. You need to do something about it so you can go to poo 18 hours after food. For you to have 2 days, 3 days, that means your diet is wrong. You don't take enough water. A lot of things have to be overhauled. It's not something you do by just listening. If you just know it's a problem, you must need a healthcare professional that will help you to achieve optimal health in that area. Now let us look at something that will help you. Natural and English diets. I remember in the 90s and early 2000s, it was in vogue trying to do what? To eat in eateries. If you have not gone to eatery on Sunday, your family will feel that you're not doing well. The normal eateries. So let us look at these two diets. One, the natural, rich, fiber-packed with fresh fruit and vegetables, complex carbohydrates, and little meat in an experiment. Produce large, effortless stool 18 to 30 hours after meal. And that's what you see in rural African diets. That diet, when you go to the village, they give it to you. You say, oh, what is this? Oh, this is no. I want burger. That is what happens when that natural food is eaten. But the English food, English diet, white flour, sugar, meat, produces small, difficult, compact, and has tools 72 to 100 hours after food. Now, there was an experiment done, and the people on English diet that came to Africa in those days, they had hemorrhoids, gallbladder disease, appendicitis, hernia, high blood pressure, diabetes, colon and rectal cancer, and when now they subjected those people on rural diets and started giving them what they ate, something happened. They began to develop these conditions. So we should be very careful the kind of diet we subject ourselves to. Another negative that must be eliminated is stress. Stress will reduce the hydrochloric acid production. What if it does that? It reduces all loss of pancreatic enzyme production. So partially digested protein are produced and absorbed. That leads to allergies. Another thing negative again is that partially digested food feeds the bad bacteria and leads to their overgrowth. So stress must be eliminated. How? Relax, breathe, and take a minute of meditation. If you're a Christian, you can pray. If you're religious, you can pray. Prayer of thanksgiving before eating. Not just get food and then bounce on the food. No. Relax. Relax. You say, Lord, thank you. Oh, thank God for this food. That break you are relaxing. Do not eat when you're upset. You have digestion problem. Chew your food thoroughly. Don't overeat. Don't ever overeat. You must avoid substances that will cause increased intestinal permeability. The intestine does not allow everything to go in, but there are things that will make that to open up and allow things that are not supposed to go in to go into your system. Things like alcohol, things that can spring in all the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Your painkillers, those strong painkillers. Avoid food that you are allergic to. Please. Some are allergic to dairy products like milk. Some are allergic to corn. Some take wheat and they start reacting on other grains. In wheat, you have what we call gluten. And remember, wheat is used to produce bread and all the confectionaries, your cakes, and other things that you buy up there, your meat pie. So you should know what you react to. If you react to any food, please avoid that food. If you're a wheat eater, you can go for bulk wheat. BULK, bulk wheat is gluten-free. If you are allergic to food, try and repair your intestine. Now, we're also looking at eliminating the negatives. And one of them is the parasites. There are parasites that stay in the intestine. Some people are carrying worms in the intestine for years. They never cared, they never checked, they never deworm themselves. Things like Gardia, Intermobile, and there are also natural supplements apart from worms as well as they can deal with these worms. You have to deal with constipation. There are herbal teas, osmotic laxatives. Your doctor will help you, or healthcare professional will help you to deal with. So many people are constipated. You ask me why? I've told you earlier on that the English diet is prone to constipation. All these things you eat on the road, all this fast food you eat, all these snacks you are snacking, just flour, refined flour, meat, and they will go and stick and form together. Some people pass the poo-poo. So the constipation I was talking about, you have to observe these three factors, these three things I'm going to tell you now, so that you can avoid constipation. You must drink enough filtered water every day, at least 4 liters. 4 liters means 8 pure water. You don't take them at a go. You spread them over the hours that you are awake. 2, regular exercise. At least 15 minutes of jogging a day. But you cannot jog. You can trek 1 kilometer in 20 minutes per day. The third thing you do is that your diet must change. You must begin to embrace high fiber food, vegetables, fruit, pears. And I know that people who are growing up in youth, they don't like vegetables. It doesn't taste well to them. They don't like beans. But they find out that these are the things that will help you to go to toilet. Now, let us look at eating through fasting. So, as you are following this about your constipation, we will next edition talk about the positives, which is eating right, improving the positive. But for now, we have shown you the negatives that you have to eliminate is a kind of behavioral change. We have shown you how bad these things are and how they will affect your life. And you have learned a little bit on how to eliminate these negatives. Until I come your way again, I remain your host, Dr. Ifeanyi Godwin. And please like us, follow us, subscribe, hit the button, the notification button, so that when any of these teachings are going on, you will be notified. Bye. God bless. Remain safe until we see you in the next edition. Thank you.